Hey everyone, it's Jen, and it is like 1 o'clock in the morning, but I've been feeling kind of sick all weekend, and so I've taken 2 naps, and I can't go to sleep now. So anyway, everybody else in my house is asleep but me, but I thought that I would do a vlog real quick since I'm up anyway. I've had some questions in my JennsRAQ Paleo Challenge Facebook group about what are some frugal meal ideas for families or really for anyone for dinners. And so I thought that I would address that today in a vlog. So my first suggestion to you is to really think about your entire meal as something that you could perhaps stretch to several different meals. So for example, my favorite go-to meal for our paleo lifestyle is I love having chicken wings. That's something that we just enjoy, and it's fun, and you can season it however you want. You can make your own sauces for it. You can do whatever. So it's kind of funny because we have kids from around the neighborhood come for dinner quite often. And they sort of always get invited last minute and show up. But something that they know about us is that in the middle of the table, anytime we eat chicken on the bone, I put in the middle of the table like a soup pot, I guess, or a bowl or something. And so we call it the bone pot. And so when you're done with your chicken wing, you throw it into the bone pot. And basically I save that so I can make my own stock out of it. And so the way that works would be, it'd be kind of like a twofer. So we eat our chicken on the bone, we put the bones in the the bone pot, and then I add a bunch of water to it, celery stalks, carrots, onions, garlic or garlic powder, salt and pepper, and I usually put apple cider vinegar, but you could put just regular vinegar if you want, and that helps to leach out of the bones all of the goodness, and it'll make it nice and gelatinous and actually super, super healthy for you. And it makes a terrific soup base, or you can have it by itself once you make it. But anyway, so with that, I simmer all those. I make it go to a boil, then I simmer it for however long, and if it starts getting kind of low, I'll add more water to it until I'm happy with it, and then I strain it and throw away the other stuff, and then I save that soup base or that stock for a variety of different things. One of my favorite soups that I make from chicken stock is I will boil some cauliflower in the soup stock, and then I will blend the cauliflower and then pour it back in there. Chop up some potatoes, which if you're not doing potatoes, you don't have to add potatoes. That's the great thing about the cauliflower. It kind of adds that potatoey, starchy flavor without having starches in there. But anyway, I chop up some potatoes, mainly because my kids eat potatoes, and my husband is skinny as can be, so he can eat all the potatoes he wants without gaining weight. But anyway, I put that in there, and then sometimes I'll put chicken leftovers in there. That's another great thing to do with those. And sometimes I'll cut up some sausage and put that in there and boil all of that together. And you're probably going to need a lot of salt. It needs a lot of help because you're putting so many more bland elements into it. And let's see, what else do I add? Sometimes I add chopped up carrots. Sometimes I add celery, something like that. But almost always towards the end, I will add some spinach, and I just add it towards the last 3 or 4 minutes of cook time because it keeps it nice and fresh and green, bright green, but it wilts it enough that, you know, you can have like 8 things of spinach in your soup, but it doesn't seem that much because it shrivels up so much. But it makes a really nutritious soup, and it's practically free because you're using a lot of leftover ingredients. Although the cauliflower, I mean, it depends on how expensive that gets for you, but that's totally optional. I like the cauliflower because I'm used to eating like potato soups and that kind of thing, and so I like the creamy, rich soup like that. If you like broth-based soups, then there's no need to necessarily add that, or you could add it, but just have it like chopped up or something. So that's my favorite suggestion as far as frugal meal ideas for dinners. There are several other ideas. If you'll check out our Pinterest board, if you'll go to pinterest.com/JennsRAQ, I have several paleo boards. I have 21-day sugar detox boards, and I also have the Paleo Challenge board. And all of those will have tons of great ideas for you. So that's a really frugal one. I do have some frugal shopping tips that might help you as well, and I will make a video out of that. So look forward for that one. Maybe in a day or two I'll get that one going. I'll also do a video on some breakfast ideas, because I know a lot of people kind of get stuck with breakfast. Almost all of us are used to just having oatmeal or cereal for breakfast. So when you go paleo, that's not really an option, and I'd love to share with you some of the ideas that we have. So anyway, thank you for listening, and if you have any suggestions for your favorite frugal meal ideas, I'd love to hear it. Like I said, I'm just kind of sharing my favorite one or two. And as far as the chicken on the bone and the recipe and everything that I just gave you, that can go for any chicken on the bone. A lot of times I find marked down meats, and they may be huge pieces of chicken on the bone. It might be split chicken breasts or that kind of thing, and that works just as well. So use what you can and just stretch it for several meals. And if you have leftovers, then use those to make like a chicken salad or to make lettuce wraps or something like that. So anyway, my favorite tip there is really just stretch your meals. So let me know what your favorite tips are. Let me know what your favorite recipes are, and definitely check out those Pinterest boards, and I'll see you guys soon. All right, bye.